Hello, welcome. It's Crisandro, and as you can see, I didn't get to go to the game today because of the it's a combination of things really. First was the bad weather that they were reporting. There's going to be like nearly minus temperatures down south, and with me and my lovely impacted immune system, that probably wasn't going to fly too well. And then secondly, because when I initially wanted to go, I initially try and book a train on the lovely Train Pal app, they were quoting me double the price for Southern Rail than usual, and that kind of initially put me off. It's only when a colleague of mine at work went onto the actual website site for Southern Rail and found that the prices were still the same, just that Train Pal were trying to rip me off. I thought, okay, well that's something. I was close to booking it, but then I kind of thought, yeah, maybe not, maybe not. I'll set this one out, especially with the weather, and watch it on TV today. And yeah, it was. I think if you don't know, it finished Spurs 1, Newcastle 2, and well, the fun kind of started before the game actually kicked off. Yesterday, you may have heard that there was a bug came. There was a bug that hit the entire squad, and so there was a potential for about 7 players to miss out. 7 of the original players to miss out. In the end, the only one that did miss out was Fraser Forster. And in came Brandon Austin for his debut, 17 years after joining, and he was all right, wasn't he? He didn't put a foot wrong. He didn't put a foot wrong at all. Um, and but then we had a very good start. I mean, Dominic Solanke scoring a fantastic header, after 4 minutes, and you kind of think, yeah, I mean, we're sort of very well, and we'll go on. But then, of course, Newcastle equalised a couple of minutes later through a very dubious goal. I mean, I understand the rules. I just think the rules are stupid because, especially when we've been impacted by stupid handballs in the last few seasons. Like I remember Lucas Moura against was it Sheffield United, and things like that, and Eric Dyer against Newcastle, ironically against Newcastle during lockdown. But they're saying, but another rules state that unless the handball happens by the goal scorer on the way to scoring, there's not handball. But anywhere else other than on the pitch, if the ball hits the hand, then surely that's handball. And the fact that the ball is played forward and then it hits Joel Linton on the hand, literally not even like the arm, on the hand, and the ball changes direction into the path of I can't remember who it is, where he then plays the ball into Gordon, who then slides it in for the equaliser. Because that happens, surely that's handball, and that should be. But no, apparently that's fine. I turned off the commentary as well because Ali McCosh was there saying that he's glad that goal wasn't disallowed, and basically it then changed from that to then suddenly the kamikaze style of Spurs for play off in the back. It wasn't any kamikaze about it. If that handball didn't happen, we'd still have maintained possession and would have moved up the pitch. You know what I mean? So it was just a case of trying to write a narrative that definitely a lot of certain Spurs fans will have enjoyed hearing, because then that would have given them the go ahead to continue attacking the team for playing our style. But it is what it is. They then score a second. Yeah, they score a second goal. I'm trying to remember how that came about. Yeah, no, I mean, it was Isak in the end scoring, but it was poor defending by Archie Gray to start off with, playing literally everybody on side. He was the furthest back of all the defenders. Everyone was holding the line, and he kind of played Isak on side. But then poor kind of footing for Rajagosin as well. That he didn't sort of feet out. He could easily have cleared that if he was facing the right way. So he got something on it, but then just kind of like really just caressed it onto Isak's foot, and and then it went into the net. But before that, they did have an opportunity, Isak again, which I guess was probably a chance that Gordon would think that he should have left the ball, but Isak in front of goal, somehow putting it wide, and he was like 7 yards out. So they had a good spell at that point. But we played. Well, we played so well in the majority of the first half. Just Newcastle, of course, in a run of four, I think they had 5 straight wins at that point. So they are doing what they are doing. Second half, we dominated. Had enough chances. Solanke had a couple of good opportunities, and unfortunate for him, Poro as well, the long ranger, Kulusevski as well. A lot of people are now talking. I know it's like a way of trying to find faults in the way that we're playing, but people are now talking about the fact Berval playing as a in the pivot in the midfield, and he came off at half time. And a lot of people are having a go at Ange for that. Yeah, he played very well, but at that point, he's a young kid, and we needed a bit more experience. And you have to say that although yeah, he came off, we dominated that second half. So you have to say that he's probably vindicated, but that's by the by. I mean, it was mentioned in the group, and I just said maybe just needed a bit more experience in the middle. That's literally all it went for. And on came Madison, on came Son, on came who was the third player? I can't quite remember. But yeah, the forward line. I was happy for Solanke. Well, for getting his goals, great. It was a great header, and he had a couple of other opportunities as well. But this time, there was a bit more fluidity with the forward line, actually trying to link up with him. Whereas for many other games, it was kind of like isolated up front, with the wingers kind of struggling. And we had enough opportunities. We even struck the post at one point. Johnson striking the post, and yeah, we should have been. I mean, how we came away from that game without a point, I have no idea. I don't know what the reaction of the crowd was because I had the volume down. But if the crowd booed them off at the end of after 90, at full time, then it just goes to show that there is just more of an agenda going on there, because that game did not warrant any booing. I wouldn't have booed the team anyway, but then that's just me, isn't it? Because I prefer to support the sides. But that we were unlucky in that game. We should have at least got a point in that game. It just again the not being able to put the ball in the back of the net, and that's really has been an issue. And the fact that Solanke has been playing nearly every game, he's bound to be tired. I know they had a week off, but when you've been playing solidly like that, I don't think a week's going to be enough. He needs to be rotated. And Richarlison should be fit again in the next couple of weeks to take the burden off him. But I know that people will be trying to look for more and more scapegoats, and I know that they're hanging on to the whole Berval. Why was he substituted? But in the end, it was kind of vindicated because we should have got back into it with the way we were playing. We dominated that second half. And I know there'll be other Spurs fans out there. I'm not going to be saying any names, who are out there complaining, and they're saying that they're fuming that they're 10 defeats and 20. It is what it is. It's as if they have forgotten that we got literally half the squad out with injuries or whatnot, and then our second choice goalkeeper is out with an illness. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've pretty much just written off this whole league campaign. I'm just looking at the cups now. I don't care where we finish in the league because we're not going to win it, so I don't care. But it's almost as if that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter what's going on with the team. Whatever the injuries that we're having, that doesn't matter. What I want is to see the team with barely any first teamers in it do exactly what I mean. People complain saying that Man City have injuries, but not they're doing or sort of all right. They're only missing 2 players if you look at them, and that is there. And one of them is Rodri. I don't think there are any other sides in the league that have an injury list as long as ours. And I know people will be looking saying that this is just excuse upon excuse, but these are mitigating circumstances, and if you want to try and dismiss everything just to make your own point, then I'm not literally the one with an agenda here. I'm not, because I see that we have all these injuries. I see that we have all these illnesses. I see that we got most of our players out, and even today, we probably arguably should at least have got a point out of that one. But I know that the agenda will keep going, and Especially with Sky Sports, it was TNT Sports on this occasion, that they all just literally come talk about the kamikaze defending, and that's that's literally the line they're going with. Although really weren't, we really didn't suffer through playing out from the back. That was not an issue today. That equalising goal, was not due to the fact of playing out from the back. As somebody also said in the group, that it was all to do with playing from the back. He had to be put in this place, and he hasn't responded. So I guess he kind of knows that it wasn't anything to do with playing from the back. If the ball didn't strike Joe Linton's hand, we still would have had a possession. So to blame playing out from the back for the equalising goal, and I know some will try to do, and I know that pundits will try to do as well. I know they will do that, and they'll just try and dismiss it all to focus on that, because that is the agenda that they're trying to push out. And this is the thing. I know people will come to me and say it's no fun being a Spurs fan at the moment. For me, if everyone just kind of saw the big picture and saw what was actually happening instead of pushing in the agenda, then yes, it will be a little bit more bearable. But I know that it'll be a case of the ones who want Levy out, or the ones who want Angie out, will just literally focus on to try and focus on incidents and not the mitigating circumstances leading up to the incidents. You know what I mean? Not mitigating. You know what I mean? And this is where the pain comes in. But it is what it is. I mean, Newcastle played very well. I mean, when they had their moments of dominance in that first half, they did very, very well. They did, and they were playing some lovely football. I mean, Gordon is one hell of a player, especially on the wing there. And he's on the left side. Very skillful, and eye for goal, very, very good. And defensively, they look strong. I mean, they kept us out, didn't they? So they look strong. It's just a case of if we again taking our chances, but again, if we're able to rotate a bit more, then that wouldn't be an issue in the future. But when we're down these number of players, I mean, 11 injuries and an illness now, you just have to kind of wonder. But yeah, and there's another defeat, as one prominent Spurs fan has said, 10 defeats in 20 is what it is. We just have to ride through it, and then see where we come out at the other end. But if what I think is going to happen happens, then that's it. Me done, I think, for now. But we shall see. Eh? Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree with what I say. Let me know if you disagree with what I said, and of course, keep it clean and everything like that, because it is all about discussion. As I say in the group, which is a discussion group, it's all about discussing the incidents and not trying to impose your thoughts on others. But we shall see what happens. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like the content, and let me know what you think. But for me, it's just a case of, I don't know, got a semi-final to look forward to, eh? We shall see what happens. But upon a score that at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it finished Spurs 1, Newcastle 2, and Newcastle done the double over us in 2 games where we should have at least got a point out of both, I'd say. But until we get a full squad, it is what it is. Thanks for watching.